Hello everyone, I am That Crochet Lady, and I am back for our next episode of my beginner's tutorial series. So in this episode, I'm going to be covering just a double crochet, nothing like 3 things or anything like that, just one. And so for the double crochet, you're just gonna need your basic hook and your basic yarn, which both I will show you up here on the screen. So, once you have those things, just find your end of your string here, pull it out, and, oh, still going. There we go. There's the end. And we will get started. So to get started, we're just going to make a slip stitch, and just to refresh everyone's memory, fold the yarn like this, put it around, cross it over, put it under these 2 fingers, and boom. You're going to take your hook, go under this first loop and over the second, and drag it under and twist. Slip your fingers out, pull it tight, and you have your knot. To start, we're going to make a basic 10 chains. Just to remind you all about how chains work, we're going to take our yarn, wrap it around our pinky and our pointer finger, pinch our work, and begin by wrapping our hook around the yarn or yarning over and pulling it through the loop. Again, taking this yarn and pulling it through. Just let your hook do all the work. Wrapping around, pulling it through. We're gonna do that 7 more times until we reach 10, and then we'll start with the double crochets. All right, I'm back with my 10 chains, and we are going to start by this time. Usually for single crochets, we'll just insert our hook. Don't do this. I'm just showing an example. And doing that, and that would be our single crochet. But we're not going to do that this time. This time, we're going to start by yarning over and then inserting our hook into our chain space. And then we're going to yarn over again, pull through the first loop, yarn over, pull through 1, 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. That is your double crochet. We'll do that again. Yarn over, insert your hook into the chain, yarn over, pull through the first loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through your last 2 loops. And it should form a kind of tall chain like this. One more time. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through the first hole, yarn over, pull through the second 2 holes, yarn over, pull through the last hole. And there's your double crochets. Now go ahead and do that for the rest of the chains in the round, and I'll meet you back here. All right, I'm back, and I have done a double crochet for each of these rows. Now, as you'll see, these chains make really long columns, which makes forming squares a lot faster, except they're not as tight as single crochets are. So I'll just use an example of the square I made from the first video. You can see that these are pretty tight. These ones have larger holes. So just keep that in mind when you're working, but it does make the process go by faster because this is just 1 row, and this makes up about 3 rows. Now, when you're ending your double crochet row, what you're going to want to do is chain 2, because if you don't, then your work will start to shrink. So you're going to want to make those 2 chains, flip it around, yarn over, pull through the first loop, pull through the second 2 loops, and pull through the last 2 loops. There you go. Just do this again for the rest of the round. We're just going to yarn over, insert our hook, just like that. Alright, I'm back, and I have finished our second round of double crochets. You can already see that this is forming a large square, almost as big as our single crochet square. So double crochets will definitely save you time, but cause a little more holes. So use them however you plan or wish to. And that is it for this tutorial. You guys now know how to make double crochets. And I just want you to keep in mind that depending on like the country you're from, the names of this like little stitches will differ. So I don't know what the name is for double crochets in other countries, specifically England, but I know it's different. So just keep that in mind if you're following any tutorials and they are not from the US. And that's it. I hope you all have a wonderful day, or night, or evening, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye!